From past to future, these cars changed everything. Before highways stretched across continents, before traffic lights, fuel stations, and morning commutes, the world moved at the pace of a horse. Dust filled the air on narrow roads. Cities were smaller. Travel was a privilege, not a right. And then, in 1908, from the industrial heartbeat of Detroit, something emerged that would change everything. The Ford Model T. It didn't look revolutionary. It wasn't the fastest. It wasn't the most luxurious. But hidden beneath its simple frame was an idea so powerful, it would reshape human movement forever. Henry Ford wasn't trying to build a car for the rich. He was chasing something far more radical, a machine for the everyday person, a car that farmers, workers, and families could afford, a car that would bring the world closer together. Inside his factories, something extraordinary was happening. Not just engineering, but reinvention. The moving assembly line. A concept so simple, yet so disruptive, it shattered the limits of production. What once took over 12 hours to build, now took just 90 minutes. Steel moved. Workers stayed. Efficiency exploded. And suddenly, the impossible became accessible. The Model T rolled out, not as a luxury, but as a lifeline. Families who had never left their towns now ventured beyond the horizon. Markets expanded. Cities grew. Roads transformed. The world didn't just get cars, it got connected. You could hear it in the rumble of its engine, feel it in the vibration of its wheels against dirt roads. It wasn't just transportation, it was freedom, independence, possibility. But that was only the beginning. As the years passed, newer cars replaced it. Technology advanced, designs evolved. Yet the DNA of the Model T never disappeared. Every production line, every affordable vehicle, every journey that begins with a turn of a key carries the legacy of that first bold idea. Because the Model T didn't just build a car, it built the modern world. Some cars are designed to change. Others are designed to endure. In 1964, deep in Stuttgart, Germany, a machine was born that would defy time itself, the Porsche 911. At first glance, it seemed simple. Smooth curves, compact body, familiar silhouette. But beneath that elegance was rebellion. Most cars followed the rules. Engine in the front, predictable balance. But the 911 broke them. Its engine sat at the rear, shifting weight, changing control, demanding respect. It wasn't easy to master, but for those who understood it, it became something extraordinary. A connection between driver and machine that felt almost alive. As the years passed, the 911 didn't chase trends. It refined its identity. Each generation sharper, faster, more precise. Then came the turbo era. Power surged. Acceleration intensified. The 911 transformed from a sports car into a force. Through mountain passes, racetracks, and city streets, it proved itself, not just as a car, but as an experience. You didn't just drive a 911, you felt it. Every turn, every shift, every second behind the wheel demanded focus and rewarded it with exhilaration. But that was only the beginning. Decade after decade, while other cars came and went, the 911 remained, evolving without losing its soul. Today, it stands as one of the most iconic machines ever built, not because it changed, but because it stayed true to what made it great. A rare balance of tradition and innovation. A reminder that sometimes perfection isn't about reinventing. It's about refining. Not every legend is loud. Not every revolution announces itself. Some simply show up, do the work, and quietly change everything. In 1966, in a rapidly rebuilding Japan, Toyota introduced a car that would go on to become the most trusted name on roads across the world, the Corolla. There was nothing flashy about it. No aggressive design, no roaring engine, just simplicity. Efficiency, reliability, And that was exactly what the world needed. At a time when economies were growing and families were expanding, people didn't just want cars, they needed them. Cars they could depend on. Cars that wouldn't fail. And the Corolla delivered. From the crowded streets of Tokyo to highways in America, from African cities to European towns, it became a universal presence. A car that adapted to every environment, every culture, every lifestyle. It didn't demand attention. It earned trust. Year after year, generation after generation, it improved. Safer, more efficient, more refined. And as the world changed, so did the Corolla. Hybrid technology, lower emissions, smarter systems. But at its core, it remained the same. Dependable, consistent, unbreakable. But that was only the beginning. Today, with tens of millions sold, the Corolla isn't just a car, it's a global phenomenon. A silent force that kept the world moving, without ever needing the spotlight. For over 100 years, the sound of a car was defined by combustion. Engines roaring, fuel burning, power exploding in controlled chaos. It was the standard, until someone dared to question it. In 2012, from the innovation-driven landscape of California, the Tesla Model S arrived, and with it, a new definition of what a car could be. At first, it seemed impossible. An electric car that could outperform traditional machines? No noise, no gears, no fuel, just instant acceleration. And then, it proved itself. Press the pedal, and it didn't build speed, it unleashed it. Silent, relentless, immediate. But Tesla didn't stop at performance. They reimagined the entire experience. A touchscreen replaced buttons. Software replaced mechanical limitations. Updates came through the air, improving the car long after it was purchased. And then came autopilot, a glimpse into a future where cars don't just respond, they think. Highways became testing grounds for something bigger, a shift not just in technology, but in trust. But that was only the beginning. As the world watched, electric vehicles went from skepticism to inevitability. The Model S didn't just introduce a new car, it sparked a global movement. Today, the question is no longer if the future is electric, but how fast it will arrive. Some machines are built to serve a purpose. Others are built to ignite emotion. In 2011, from the heart of Italy, Lamborghini unleashed something extraordinary. The Aventador. It didn't enter quietly. It arrived like a storm. Sharp edges, low stance, a design that looked less like a car and more like a weapon sculpted from speed. And then, the engine. A naturally aspirated V12. Not just heard, but felt. It roared with intensity, echoing through streets and mountains alike, turning every drive into a spectacle. This wasn't about practicality. This was about experience. Every detail, from the carbon fiber body to the aggressive aerodynamics, was engineered for one thing: emotion. On open roads, it became untamed power. On racetracks, it became precision. In the eyes of the world, it became a symbol of success, of ambition, of desire. But that was only the beginning. As the industry moves toward hybrid and electric futures, even legends like the Aventador must evolve. Yet its essence remains unchanged, because the Aventador was never just about speed. It was about feeling alive. From the simplicity of the Model T to the electrifying silence of the Model S. From precision engineering in Germany to reliability that conquered the globe, to raw passion forged in Italy. These are not just cars, they are milestones, each one representing a moment where human ambition refused to settle, where innovation pushed beyond limits, where the future was redefined. They tell a story of progress, of risk, of vision, and of a world constantly moving forward. Because every road we travel today was shaped by the machines that came before. Follow for more stories that move the world. Like, share, and be part of the journey.